Mega GMs. PM update. How we doing, fam? Hope your day was amazing. It was the best day ever. NFTs are brutal. It's rough out there. It's so rough. But we still love them, don't we? We love them. We'll always love them. Just like I love you. That's right. Let's get into the market. Quick top 10 review. Top collections. Top blockchains. We'll touch on the top collectibles. And a few pieces of news. Nothing major. Very, very slow news day, just like it's a slow trading day and slow trading weeks and slow trading months. And oh my God, it's going to be a slow rest of the year. But we're not going anywhere. Quick review. Bored Ape Yacht Club in the number 1 spot. $1.1 million. Number 2, D-Market, $793,000. Gods Unchained, $744,000. The 2 gaming ones, we love the games. To Gods, number 4, just over $500,000. Sorare, number 5, $476,000, not too shabby. CryptoPunks, with just 4 transactions, $460,000. Azuki with $377,000 in the 7 spot. Mutant Apes, number 8, with $339,000. AI World and those damn nodes that I do not understand, but on the Binance blockchain, pretty cool. $331,000. And the Pudgy Penguins, those adorable little sweet baby penguins. Henry, I'm sorry, man, but we love the penguins. We love them all. We love every NFT, don't we? And we always will. Top blockchains. No surprises here. Actually, surprises. No surprise at the 1 spot. Ethereum. Almost 12 million sales in the past 24 hours. You know, $12 million. It's a lot of money, but not like we're used to seeing, right? We've seen days with $300 million in sales. 11 million rookie numbers. It's the best we can do right now. Polygon in the number 2 spot, shooting up the chart. 1.1 million sales, up 87%. We're going to come back to Polygon, take a look at what's actually moving over there. Solana number 3, just over $1 million in sales. Binance behind AI World. And also Play NFT again, I'm assuming. We're going to cheat. We're going to scroll down a little and just make sure. It is Play NFT. Do we know our stuff or do we know our stuff? Number 5, Mythos Chain. That's with the D-Market NFTs. Mutable X, number 6, $800,000 in sales. That's with Gods Unchained. Bitcoin, it hurts, baby. It does. The 7 spot, under $500,000 in sales. Now, there is some Bitcoin news today. We'll touch on that at the very end. But rounding out the top 10, Cardano at 8, $347,000 in sales. Kronos, we don't see Kronos here too often, but $246,000 on the Kronos blockchain. How many of you own Crow? How many of you held Crow way too long and you went from being generational wealthy to now just a basic poor? Raising my hand. I'm a poor. You suck, Kronos. That's not true. I'm sorry. I don't mean that, Kronos. You suck, Crow. You suck, Crow. Number 10, Flow, $135,000. Top collectible sales, bunch of CryptoPunks. I'm not going to go through each one, but multiple CryptoPunks. Same ones we touched on this morning, actually. We haven't had any major sales since. We have had some Azuki spirits that have sold. One of these I remember seeing this morning. Decent sales. First one at a loss. Second one, $7,000 gain. Gain's gain. Can't complain. Global sales. Today wrapped with just over 13 mil in sales. That's across blockchains. Unique sellers, unique buyers. That didn't look right to me. I went and checked with the team. It is not correct. Little issue there. We'll get that corrected. Assume that the sales being so close to the previous few days. I'll move myself to the right. Assume with sales being so close to the previous days that sellers and buyers is likely damn near the same too. Total transactions not too far off as well. All very similar. Very, very, very close few days here as far as trading action goes. Quick peek at Ethereum. We're not going to go through each blockchain. But yeah, similar story here. 7.7 million in sales in the past 24 hours here on Ethereum. Buyers, sellers, again, I expect it to match what we saw yesterday. Same with transactions is actually correct here. 32,000 transactions on Ethereum. Still a lot of trading. Sales aren't there. They're not where we're used to seeing them, but actual transactions, I'm still impressed. Okay, quick peek at Polygon. Like, what's moving over there? Utes we're used to seeing near the top. That's pretty typical volume, only up 2% there. Same with DraftKings, up 1%. We're used to seeing those. Pi Hero Club. Who's familiar with Pi? The Pi Network. Do you remember getting ads for an app called Pi? You open the app, you tap a button on the screen, and you earn. What do you earn? I don't know. I had this silly app. Every day I opened it, every day I clicked it until I realized this is probably a scam. Well, you know what? I don't know that it actually was. Because often I see on Polygon now these Pi collections. I don't believe that app was a scam. I think it actually did reward you with a cryptocurrency, and an ecosystem is now, I believe, being built out with that payment token. Pi Hero Club, I'm assuming, is a PFP, some type of NFT that you buy with the Pi token, but I've seen plenty of Pi assets. Plenty of buyers, plenty of sellers. I have every reason to think, at least, that this is legit. With that said, I did a little digging on Twitter. There's not a lot of talk about it. There's definitely tweets, but not a lot of conversation. I don't know what to make of it, but if you're wondering where all that volume is coming from on Polygon, it's Pi Hero Club. And Kronos, I need to see what's happening there. Again, 247,000. We don't see Kronos this high that often. Up 789%. Let's take a peek at Kronos. Kronos, by the way, crypto.com. It's that platform's blockchain. Argo Pets. 221. Am I reading that right? $221,000. The next closest on that chain is $7,000. So clearly, a pretty significant NFT collection on that blockchain. Let's make sure this all looks kosher, though, right? I like to scroll through and I check the buyers and I check the sellers, and I'm just trying to see if it's being passed back and forth and maybe getting around some wash trade detections. A lot of the same buyer here to start. Quite a bit of the same seller. And that address could be a marketplace address. It could be the seller. So maybe there's an address that holds the entire collection, and maybe there's a primary sale, and that is the address you see as the seller for each actual legitimate tangible sale. That could be the case here. Every seller is that same address. Now, if we saw every buyer being the same address, or if we saw sales going back and forth, well, there's your red flag. And I don't see that here. For now, I'm going to assume this is very legitimate. And it's good to see the ecosystem extending beyond just Ethereum. Okay, we're going to get into a little depressing news. NFT Now, pretty fantastic news site for NFTs. Cutting their staff. It's a good team over there. Good guys. We know a few of them over there. Johan and I have been on their Twitter spaces. He regularly is on their Twitter spaces. Great, great guys. So you hate to see this, but they hired too fast. They grew too fast in the bull market, and that was very easy to do. It was very easy to get caught up in it and misjudge the way the space was actually going. They were caught up in it. They did aggressively higher, and they need to cut back at this point. So unfortunate to see. Great guys over there. They will all bounce back. They will hopefully all have careers in the space if they choose to want one. So sad to see that. Co-founder of NFT Now was hacked last week. There's a scam that's been going around for a few months now where even with two-factor authentication, accounts are not safe. Hackers, malicious actors, are very smart with social engineering. Whether it's going to your phone provider and getting them to print you out a copy of your SIM card, or if they have a way to actually copy a SIM card. I think it's less copying. I think it's more of the social engineering. They go to a local Verizon store. They convince the agent there that they are you. They've already worked out getting your information ahead of time. They're very convincing. So they go in. The agent is pretty darn sure it's actually you. Yeah, I'll print you out a SIM card. Yeah, no problem. Now they can go access your accounts, request a two-factor authentication code to their cell phone number. Well, now they have your cell phone number, and that code's going right to them, and they have all your accounts. That happened to MedVed last week. Super unfortunate. A lot of people lose a lot of money this way. And the problem here, like Zach XBT says, we've been very vocal. The space has been very vocal that you cannot use your mobile number as your two-factor authentication. I've changed mine personally. I used to use the Authenticator app now and other methods, but you do not use your cell phone for 2FA. It's super dangerous. People are getting burned left and right. It's a problem. Interesting story here. We did touch on this just a couple days ago. Lawmakers are probing Apple's App Store policies, where Apple previously was not allowing apps on the store that had token-gated content. The government is wondering if that's hindering the progress and growth of cutting-edge innovations. We know it is. We know it is. But why does parts of the government care about that and other parts not care at all? I don't quite understand it, and I don't care. When floor price go up, it's what we care about. No, I'm kidding. This matters a lot. I like to see that. I like people putting the pressure on these companies. Open it up. Let people innovate. Give us tech. There is no reason to gate this stuff. Let us play. Let us build. Big problem going on here in the world of DeFi. I'm not going to dwell on this too long because I don't know what I'm talking about with DeFi. I've played around in it for years at this point. It's been seven or 8 years I've been in crypto. I'm experienced enough with DeFi, but I don't want to speak on something I don't understand at an expert level. I'm pretty darn good with NFTs, DeFi, but we have another potential really bad situation here with Curve. I should probably read this before I even talk about it, but I think it's Curve. It's some DeFi protocol that may be out of money. Go look at the article yourself. It's worth reading. It's another potential black eye for the space when we really can't afford another, but it looks like there's one just about here. Read up on that. And finally, here's actually some cool news. Actually, two pieces. We're going to start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin Ordinals breaks daily inscription record, but like we've been talking about, the volume's not there. Nobody's trading these things. Okay, so what does that mean? The daily inscription record means they're being minted. People are creating inscriptions at a record level. I think it was almost 500,000 today. Yeah, 422,000 were created today. Well, people are creating them, but nobody's buying them. Nobody's buying them on secondary, at least, so hey, as long as people are having a good time, sometimes it's fine enough just to make the NFT. I've made some myself just as like a POAP, as a proof I was there, as a timestamp, as your ticket stub. I think that's awesome. My first ordinal was an NFT I made. I minted it on Bitcoin. It's an ordinal, and it was simply to say I was here on this date and time with my own artwork. It's something I'll keep forever. I'll give it to my kids one day. Honestly, I really will. Not that it has any value, but it has value to me. I think it's super cool. I did that when the merge hit with Ethereum, when there was the major fork last year. I minted an NFT exactly at the time when the merge took place. Stuff like that, super cool. So at the very least, people have cool mementos from the Bitcoin blockchain as ordinals. Now let's just bring the volume back. Lastly, Yuga Labs. Buying Roar Studios. Pretty interesting. This is a music company, but one that's designed or focused on Web3, the metaverse. Yuga Labs, well, okay, before I talk about Yuga Labs, I want to say that I understood the potential of metaverse concerts when I saw the Travis Scott concert in Fortnite. Blew my mind. That was so cool to be experience a live music. I'll call it experience. It wasn't a concert, it wasn't live, but experiencing it with people around me, not knowing what was coming next and being bounced into the air, and you didn't know what was going on, but you loved every second of it. There was a new song debuted at that event. Super fun. Following that, I attended the Metaverse Music Festival last year in Decentraland. I actually worked at it a little bit with the Crypto Bats, who I also work for. Ozzy Osbourne put on a performance there, pre-recorded with an avatar. I believe it was 5 songs. Super cool. We had a whole bunch of people gathered there to watch this avatar performance. Motorhead performed, Skid Row, Rid of. Come on. A couple more. Who else was it? Oh, my friends are going to kill me. I should know this. I was there the entire time. Hours upon hours. There's one more big one. I'm so sorry, my friends. It's been a long day. Point is, awesome experience, headlined by Bjork. When I talk about a morphing experience and not knowing what's coming next, that was it. The ground was wavy and grass was growing, and there was so much going on all around you, all while you're being just pounded with incredible music. Metaverse music experiences are going to change the music world. They are. I don't go to concerts anymore. Last one I went to was a year ago. Before that was probably 5 years ago. I have no interest to going to concerts anymore. Had the opportunity to see King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard last month. I didn't go. Again, I have no interest in being in these crowds. And yeah, I guess I'm a boomer, but just it's not appealing anymore. Now this, a metaverse festival, a concert I can go to digitally, and even better if I could throw on VR goggles, which I've done that too. I've watched the Foo Fighters in VR. Incredible stuff. It's super immersive. You have artists like, geez, my brain's really not working today. Who's the guy that did the soundtrack to the Splinter Cell games? Electronic artist, absolutely phenomenal. I've been obsessed with his music. He does very, very cool VR experiences. Put on a headset. Might even be at his shows that you can partake in that. But point is, we're gonna have very interactive augmented reality, mixed reality, and virtual reality concert experiences. We'll have MMO type music experiences. Now in Yuga Labs' other side metaverse, you can have over 100,000 people in the same instance. So picture a Snoop Dogg show in the metaverse with over 100,000 people all together flying around your screen and going bonkers. That is going to happen. And I'll be there at every one I can attend. I think it's the future of music. I cannot wait for it. I think it's going to be bigger than people realize. Hopefully people are realizing how big it's going to be. It's going to be huge. Again, we'll change the music industry. Cannot wait. It's 8:30. I need to go watch Kill Tony. It's a great comedy show on YouTube. Associated with Joe Rogan. It's that crew. Funny stuff. It's a good time. But that's it. I'm going to call it a day. Hope you have a mega GM. Hope you have a great night. And I'll see you in the morning. Goodbye.